Okay. Today we'll start with the third model, model 3, design structured programs and arrays. The structured program is the functions and arrays. Generally, third model, it is on a functions and arrays. Okay. The contents in the third model are designing structured programmings, designing structured programs, in that introduction to function, advantages of function, user defined functions and interfunction communication, call by value and storage classes. Next is recursion. In the recursive functions. Okay. Generally, in the third model, first half is purely defining a function. What are the things are there in function? We'll go in detail to that one. And second half, in the third model, second half, first half is function, second half is the arrays. In the arrays, basically you will find the array, and basics concept of arrays, types of arrays, applications, and selection sort, bubble sort, insertion sort. These are the three different techniques of a sort on a numbers, sort on a given array. Next, searching can be broadly classified into two ways. One is called a linear search. Searching can be two ways. One is called linear search. Second is the binary search. Sorting three types in this arrays. We will go for the three different sort techniques. One is called selection sort. Second one is called the bubble sort, and third one is called the insertion sort. There are the three different sorting techniques, and two different search techniques. One is called linear search, second is called the binary search. We'll go in detail to that. What are the advantages of linear search and what is an advantages of a binary search? These two things are there. Entire thing is, one is called functions, second is called the arrays. First we'll go for the functions, then we'll view the second after the first mid exam. We'll go for the arrays. Okay, why functions are required, what is meant by function, what is the definition of a function? Especially this C language is purely function oriented. C language programming is called the functional oriented programming, but in the C++, it is called the object oriented programming. The basic difference between the C and C++ is the C++ is the object oriented, and in C is the functional oriented. A minimum one function has to be there in C. That is a main. Main is a one function. Main is a one function. It is the function based. Okay. Here, definition of the function. The basic thing is function. Why function is required? Generally, a large program, we can divide a large program into basic building blocks known as a function. Smaller thing, entire work, for example, a big project. The project has been splitted, divided into small parts. Okay. In C, we can divide a large program into basic building block known as a functions. The function contains the set of programming statement enclosed by open braces and close braces. Function contains program statements. That statement should be enclosed by the enclosed by the open braces and the closed braces. And function can be called multiple times. The same function, the subprogram, subroutine, the procedure can be called multiple times. The once if you wrote a function, a separate program, subprogram, that subprogram can be reusability. It provides that is, a function can be called multiple times to provide a reusability and moderate to the C program. In other words, we can say that the collection of functions creates a program. Functions is also known as a procedure. We can also call this as a procedure, or we can also call as a subroutine, or we can also call it as sub-function, sub-program, subroutine, or procedure, okay, of other programming. Just simply here we have a main program. In the main program, you need to call the subprogram. In the main program, you need to call a subroutine or subprogram. It will the program counter will loads to the will move to the subprogram. And it executes the body of the instructions below the subprogram. At the end of the subprogram, you should have a return. You should have a return to the where you have to return back to the main program. Okay, the program counter has to be reloaded the next instruction followed by the call the subprogram. Okay, it is a simple operation of an function call to the call by name, call by the reference. We have the two things. We can call by the name of the that sub function, subroutine. Okay, there are the different arguments need to be taken care. How to define the declaration, definition. There are three things are there. We'll see that thing. Okay, what is an advantage of the functions in C? Basically, the whatever here in the previous thing for a for loop iteration purpose we have been used. Number of times it has to be, the loop has to be executed number of times. Here same thing, the same concept. Here we have been used the subprogram is written, subprogram. By using the function, we can avoid rewriting the same logic code again and again in a program. Same program, I need a more than one time, same code. So same logic, same code, I need more than one time. That code is written separately. That is called a subprogram. Whenever I need a subprogram, just simply I will call that subprogram into the main program. I execute that subprogram and return only one value. Return type is only one value. Here the thing is, in the function call, we can send a arguments, different values, different parameters through the function, but return is only one value only. Okay, we can call a C function any number of times in the program and from any place in a program. Okay, whenever we need that subprogram, we can call into the main program. We can track a larger C program easily when it is divided into multiple functions. If you have any smaller program, tracking means, for example, for a debugging and for getting any error in a smaller program, you can easily identify where the mistake is present, where the error is present. Okay, tracking is quite easy when you have any subprograms that dividing into the multiple functions. That function, each function has to be defined. Each function, the rectification, that is identification, debugging, is quite easy when you have a smaller thing. The basic thing is in this here, the reusability, the basic advantage of a function is the only thing is called the reusability is the main achievement of the function. Okay, repetitive. You should not, you no need to write the same code again and again. Okay, same code can be called whenever we need it. Okay, here the only drawback of the function is, however, function calling is always a overhead in the C program. That is a burden. We need to call the subprogram, and I need to take care the pointers, that is a program counter. The program counter has to store into the stack location. When I need to come back, I have to recall the program counter back to the main program. It is the overhead. It is an extra burden. And it is an extra burden when we have a function call is always overhead. That is an extra thing. Extra thing has to taken care. Extra thing has to perform by the system. Okay. The basically function aspects. There are the three aspects of a C function. The three things are there. First is called the function declaration. First part is called this functional declaration. Second is called the function call, and third is called the functional definition. Okay, these are the three things. One is called the functional function declaration. Second is called function call. Third is called the functional function definition. What are these things? We'll see. First, function declaration. First is the function declaration. The function must be declared globally in a C program. It should be declared before main or after main. The function declaration should be declared before main or the after main. Globally, it is not internal. Locally, it is not. The function call, functional declaration should not be in the locally. It should be globally. Function must be declared globally in a C program to tell the compiler about the function name, function parameter, and return type. In the declaration, in the function declaration, we have the three parts. One is called the first part is called the return type, followed by the function name, followed by the function parameter, that is called the arguments. First is return type, function name, then argument. That is a syntax for the function declaration. Next is the second part is called the function call. In the function call, function can be called from anywhere in the program. What in the within the main and open braces, close braces, within that you can call anywhere. Whenever we require, we can call the function. The parameter list must not differ in the function calling and function declaration. That whatever you are passing a parameters, that parameter should be mapped. That parameter should be matched. That is, calling function and parameter list is not differ in the function calling and function declaration. First, you have declared a function. That argument you have declared. That declaration argument and function calling argument should be same. We'll see that different ways of passing parameters that later. We must pass the same number of functions as it is declared in the function declaration. Okay, we'll see that this definition clearly by taking one simple example. Function definition. Function definition, it contains the actual statements which are to be executed. It is in a subprogram. Simply, we can have a subprogram. In that subprogram, what should be? Okay, actual program, actual statements, what the statement should be, the subprogram, what should be. Okay, it is the most important aspect to which the control comes when the function is called. Here we must notice that only one value can be returned from the function. When the subprogram will return only one. For example, say simple example, when you're going for any function, any parties, you can have more than one gift can be given. Okay, here's simple thing. When you are going any party, any functions of your relatives, you can take more than one gift. to give a gift. But return gift is only single return gift. That is in the function. Return gift is only one. You can take a more than one gift for giving. Here the thing is called the three aspects. I have told that three function aspects. One is called function declaration, second is called function call, and functional definition. What is the syntax need to be followed? What is the syntax need to be followed when you are declared, when you are calling, when you are defining? Okay, three things are there for a function. You should remember these things. One is called function declaration, and followed by the function call, then functional definition. Here, something we have been used something called function call, that is main, open braces, and close braces. It's called the function call. Already we have been used. It is function name followed by the argument, open brace and the close braces argument list. That means there is no argument at all. Main, open brace, and close brace. It is called the function call. Function name is the main, 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 open brace, and close brace. It is called the function call. Okay, we'll see that later. The two things are there. One is called user defined and library functions. Okay, in the library function, what is the difference between that? We'll see later that. Okay, function declaration. In the function declaration, first is called the return type. First is called the return type space function name, and followed by the open braces and close braces within that argument list, and then semicolon. It should be declared globally. Function declaration should be globally. That should be ended with the semicolon. And next is the function call. Function call, simply function name of the function, followed by the open brace and close braces list of argument. This function call should not have any termination. You should not have a semicolon. Function call should not have any termination. Okay, function call చేసినప్పుడు semicolon ఉండదు. ఏముంటుంది? Function name followed by the arguments, open and close brackets. Next, function definition. That is called the called function. It is called the function definition. In the function definition, first is the return type. First is the return type space function name, followed by the open braces and close braces within that list of arguments. Okay, these arguments, defined arguments, and the declared arguments should be, name can be deferred, that type declaration should be matched. That here, if you are declared int arguments, in the definition also the argument name can be deferred, but the argument type should be same. Okay, we'll see that different arguments, how to get that argument, how to pass that argument, all these things. Okay, in the function definition, return type, function name, arguments, then open braces, that statement to be executed, that is a function body, then close braces. Okay, it is called the function definition. We'll see that these things simply by taking one simple example. Here I have the thing called the, I need to declare a function declaration. It should be globally. Here in this case, we have declared a function. After the include stdio.h, function declaration is return type followed by the function name, argument list. In this case, return type is void, return type is void, void space function name is print name. Function name is print name. We have not been passing any argument, without any argument. Here this is called a without argument. Here the argument have been not defined, or there is no argument at all in this case. Okay, here void, it is called the return type, then followed by the print name. Print name is the function name. Print name is the function name. Then next is the Here in this case, we have been took the function call. Here in this, it is called the library function. Void main. Here, main is the function name, and within that argument, here there is no argument at all here. Next, here just say first is one statement, printf. It is also a function call. It is also a function hello. It prints the hello. Here, yeah, we have the print the hello. Next, function call. Function call is function name and passed arguments. Here there is no argument, nothing have been passed. It is called a function call. Function name, argument list. You have not been passed any arguments here. Without arguments, it is called the without argument. Here, function name, open bracket and close bracket, semicolon. Okay, function call should not have any semicolon. Here they have, it is a mistake. Just print name, open bracket, close without a semicolon. It will move to the, here function definition. Function definition should be return type, function name, argument list, open bracket and close the open brace and close braces, within that function body. Here return type is void, return is nothing. Function name is print name. Here this name and your declared name as well as called name should be same. Calling name, called name, that whatever the things you have defined, that should be mapped, that should be matched. Okay, here print name, it is a function definition. In this function definition, open bracket and close bracket, it's called the function body. Printf pps, it is the function, but it is a one simple statement. We have been printing this data, whatever the data present inside the double quotation, it will be printed on the screen. Okay, here is prints that value, and once it has been, this function has been completed, this operation is completed, it will go back to the main program. It will go back to the first from the, when you are calling the, here without semicolon, it will move to the, this case, it will move to the here, that is you are calling function call by means of the name, by means of a printf, by means of the name you are calling the function. Okay, you are executing the entire this program. Once the statement is finished, here there is no return at all, there is no return value, nothing written. Without return value, we will see later that there are the 3-4 different ways of things. That is called the with argument, with return, without argument, without return, with argument, without return, without argument, with return. There are the 4 different ways of the passing the values. We'll see later that. Here there is no return at all. There is no return at all, but it returns when, say, the body of the instruction is executed, it back to the next instruction followed by the called function. It is called the calling function and called function. It will move to the, here when you are calling to the someone, you are calling the print name. It is called calling. It is called the called function is a wide print when is called. It is execute this. Once it has been execution is completed, it return back to the main program. It is called the, it is a simple subprogram. This subprogram can be executed any number of times. You can call, if you use one more times, print name, open bracket and close bracket, then it calls this and execute once again pps. We can use as number of times you needed. Okay, if you use one more time, here print name, open bracket and close bracket without semicolon. It should not be semicolon, should be used here. Okay, it will call once again this and execute this and come back to the main program. Okay, it is the simple function. In the next class, we'll go for the syntax of the creating a function. Already have been told this return type, function name, data type of the parameter. It is a integer type or the float type. Okay, type of the parameter should be defined. Next class, low. There are the two different types of the functions in a program, and it's called library function in user defined function. Next class, we'll chapter. Okay, the topic ingosa chaptan mala. Just I will revise these things next class, and then I will move that things.